My name is Stephen Ballantyne.
And what brings you to the premiere of the Red Pill?
I kind of got into this stuff a couple years ago. I used to actually consider myself a feminist, a male feminist, and it was actually the turning point for me was Toronto in 2013, and that's kind of what brought me here today. So, yeah.
So could you describe a little bit more about your turning point?
Well, as a feminist, I kind of believe that we're supposed to be, the good guys, and seeing a protest like that against someone else's rights, it kind of changes your perspective on it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what protests are you talking about?
The Toronto 2013 one, it was the Warren Farrell, yeah. The Warren Farrell one, where this is what men's rights look like, all that good stuff. Remember, what did it say? I forgot what the lady said, but there was a whole bunch of shouting and police and, yeah.
So when you were watching that protest, you described like how it made you feel.
How it made me feel was really conflicted. When you're brought up to believe that you're supposed to be fighting, the good fight, and how, again, someone else's rights is not that, for some reason, it feels wrong. But it kind of just churns something in you. And that's when I found, Karen Strong, and then ultimately the Honey Badgers. And, and it kind of took off from there.
So what video of Karen Strong's have you seen first?
I think it was one of her most popular ones, Feminism and Male Disposability, I think. And, learning about all this stuff it's really conflicting what I already believed in. How, women, because I feel such a protective need to protect the women in my own life. It feels weird to think of men and myself as people who need protecting,
So you attended the Red Pill premiere?
Yeah, I attended the one before this, and I saw it again for the second time. Yeah, no, it was good, but I still retain the belief that it's really hard to take. Like, having all that thrown at your face, man, I would, like the people who were feminists they were trying to, say they were with us, even though we both disagree on something that's very fundamental. And it's kind of hard to, be together if the main premise or the system in power you guys disagree on, So.
Why do you think that the
I think it's because feminism is mostly about women and equality. They say equality, but they mean equality for women usually, and that's fine and dandy and all. But when you have a pigeonhole on the idea or concept of equality, it kind of people want to be included. So when you talk about men, they feel a different way about it. It's just it feels off. And feminism is not addressing these issues, even though it's the movement for equality. So
what did you think of
I think it was compelling, but it's a lot. Again, it's a lot to take in. All of that information, as a feminist, if I look through the lens of a feminist, it would be very hard to accept, all those snowflakes of men's issues and come to the idea that women are not the ones oppressed, essentially, and that the people who are legally disenfranchised and socially at times are or can be men. And as a man, it's hard for me to resonate that I'm a victim of some sort. And I know you talk about that a lot, and that's what I like about you. But it's hard to say I'm a victim of this and I need help. I hate it, but I know it's necessary in a way, So.
Well, at least necessary for peace and both.
Yeah. But I also think I like to channel this energy into working with kids, because I worked with kids during my high school years. You know, I was a student counselor and all that good stuff, and it's surprising how much feminist theory is in there, which is unfortunate, but I think the kids I worked with really needed father figures. That's what they didn't have at the time, and me being a mentor was just, you know, a placeholder at school. And I think if we can really somehow, you know, help society or help fathers really be in their children's lives, that would be, you know, a great thing, especially in communities like black communities and such as, you know, things like that. So.
How would you appeal to those,
well, I'm 20 years old, so I'm kind of young. But I don't know, man. I really just found this shit, and it kind of took me aback. And it's kind of hard not to go into the I'm not going to communicate with any people route because they think a certain way, and it's always going to hinder me in a way. But I don't know, because being a young man and seeing what you have to, what's against you, kind of it makes me lack motivation. Yeah. I think this movie was a really big charger for me, but again, it's hard for it not to be a deterrent to people who disagree with you, because it's so much evidence. It makes me activated. It makes me want to go out there and do something for the world, but I want to really get across for other people to join me, you know, and I think that's hard. You know, I think it's hard, you know, in this time, in this day and age. So, yeah.
So, okay, I guess the one thing that I want to see you graduating is looking at
It's home catch fire. Yeah, I like it. What? Don't give me that face.